Hey guys, it's Mr. Sanders, and today I'm going to talk to you about Tome Society. Tome Society is something I want you all to get involved in. All you have to do is read a few books. You're going to take some tests. We're going to eat some pizza. We're going to eat some candy. It's going to be great. We're going to compete against kids all over our state and sometimes even out of our state. So, without further ado, I want you to watch these book trailers. A book trailer is just like a movie trailer, but it tells you about a book. And if these books seem interesting to you, you can learn more about them on Amazon.com. Just read the intro you get for free, the first few pages, and if you like them, we'll have them in the Media Center next year. You can check them out for free, and if you really like them and you want, you could buy them now and read them over the summer. I would love it if you did that. But if not, I'll have them for you at the beginning of the year next year. So without further ado, here are those Tome Society book trailers.
Hello, it's me, Jonathan Auxier. You might know me from books like The Night Gardener or the Peter Nimble series, but I have a brand new book I want to tell you about today. It's called Sweep. Now, Sweep is the story of a girl and her monster. This book is set in the world of chimney sweeps. And if you're like most people, you probably think of chimney sweeps dancing on rooftops with Mary Poppins. And this is all very touching, but it's actually a complete lie. See, for hundreds of years, chimney sweeps didn't go inside chimneys themselves because they couldn't fit. Most chimneys were just 9 inches by 9 inches square. And so they had to use children. The smaller, the better. Now, these master sweeps would hire or purchase or even kidnap little children and shove them up inside these chimneys to clean them. And the work was brutal and filthy and dangerous. Enter Nan Sparrow. She's 11 years old, and she just might be the greatest chimney sweep who ever lived. She is smart and she is tough, and most of all, she's lucky. She's beaten the odds again and again, until one day she's caught in a chimney fire, and there is no way out. But then, a miracle. Nan is rescued by this creature. It's unlike anything she's ever seen. Its body is dark and crumbling. It's like made of ashes and soot. His name is Charlie, and he is a golem. And he becomes Nan's friend. So this is Sweep, the story of a girl and her monster, and how Nan and Charlie rescue one another and then come together to rescue other kids that are just like her. Now, even though the backdrop setting for this book is very dark, it also has a very gentle heart at its core. I actually like to think of this book as kind of like Frog and Toad on rooftops. And I started this book, in fact, years ago, over 10 years ago. I wrote the first chapter, and I had to put it down because I knew I wasn't quite ready for what the story was going to ask of me personally, emotionally. But finally, after all of this time, Nan and Charlie are ready, and I cannot wait for you to meet them. But you can't meet them quite yet because the book is not out yet. Sweep comes out this fall 2018, and I'm going to be running giveaways and trying to get those galleys into every single hand I possibly can. I'm going to be doing special video content about the world of chimney sweeps and golems. I'm going to be doing special art releases and things like that, so you've got to check this out. The way to follow this is to check out my website, thescop.com, where I blog about children's books, old and new, with a specific focus on the craft of writing. I've actually just revamped the website and made it a larger hub. I'm bringing in other voices. I'm going to be spending most of the year shining a spotlight on other debut 2018 authors who are coming in. So if you want to find out about that, or you want to know about the Sweep as it's coming out, please check out thescop.com, and I cannot wait to get this book into your hands. Goodbye!
Everyone knows that fall is a wonderful time to read. And you know why? It's because the nights start to get dark and stormy, and what better way to celebrate that than to cuddle up with a good book. Today I'm bringing to you guys a bunch of recommendations for fantastic stormy reads. And today's video is a paid promotion with Disney's book group in honor of Storm Runner by J.C. Cervantes. Hello everyone, it is Samantha and I hope you guys are having a great day today. As I said in the intro, today's video is paid sponsorship by Disney book group in honor of The Storm Runner by J.C. Cervantes. This book is in stores now. This book follows the young protagonist of Zane. He is 13 years old and he suffers from a limp that requires him the use of a cane. As a result of this, he doesn't have very many friends, so he spends his days exploring the volcano in his backyard, dubbed the Beast. But one day there is a plane crash and a young girl by the name of Brooke shows up on his doorstep and reveals that this volcano is actually the prison of a Mayan god. And he soon discovers that his fate, according to a prophecy, is intertwined with this god. So this book is full of adventure and mythology, and it sounds like it's going to be a fantastic read. This book is the newest addition to Rick Riordan Presents, which is an imprint that is devoted to publishing own voices stories in middle grade mythology. And this book features Mayan mythology, which is something that I haven't read much of and I'm excited to get to myself. So in honor of this book, I'm here today to share with you guys some recommendations for some stormy night reads. So the first book that I have to share as part of this recommendation is, of course, Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. This is like the epitome of a dark, stormy night read because it's so atmospheric, it's kind of dark, it's really moody, it's full of adventure. Need I say more? Next recommendation as a perfect book to cuddle up with is Inda by Sherwood Smith. This follows the main character of Inda, who is a second son sent to the military academy. This is unusual because usually it's only the oldest son who goes, but in times of war, the second son must go as well. Soon after Inda arrives, it's pretty apparent to everyone that he has the ability for military leadership, and this is seen as a threat by the king's own brother, and hence a lot of political intrigue and heartbreak ensues. This book is full of a lot of dark, stormy nights in its own right, as well as a lot of atmospheric moments, battles in the high seas, a lot of adventure and intrigue, and it's just the perfect page-turner book to snuggle up with when it's stormy out. The next book I have to recommend is a classic, and that is Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. This is Jane Austen's foray into Gothic literature, and it follows the young protagonist of Catherine Morland, who is invited to the home of Northanger Abbey by Henry Tilney and his sister, and she suspects that there's a lot more to this home and to this family, and this book has quite the haunting and dark atmosphere, which makes it the perfect dark and stormy night read. And the final book I have to recommend is Tempest and Slaughter by Tamara Pierce. This book follows the story of Newmare. It is his origin story, Newmare being one of the main characters from her Wild Magic quartet, and it follows him from a young age as he enters this school to learn magic, and he befriends the prince and learns not only more about himself but about the world around him. This is a fast read, it's a page turner, it's a lot of fun, and a book that you can get lost in on those dark and stormy nights. Alright guys, those are my recommendations for dark and stormy night reads. If you have any that you can recommend to me, then please let me know down in the comments because I would love to hear them. And once again, you can find Storm Runner in stores now and pick up a copy if you want to learn about Mayan mythology. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Until next time, happy reading. Bye!
13 years ago, books of magic were discovered around the world, buried with human bones and something else. Now, only those born after this discovery day can wield their magic and discover the secrets within before it's too late. Can you read the magic? The Revenge of Magic, the explosive new series from the author of the New York Times best-selling Story Thieves.
In the season of Styx Malone, we are introduced to Caleb and Bobby Jean Franklin, brothers who are about to embark on an unforgettable summer. First, they find themselves in the possession of a large group of fireworks as the result of an ill-planned trade. When they meet Styx, however, it truly turns into a summer they will never forget as they start working on an elevator trade, the type of legendary trade that will hopefully land them a moped. Styx is a complicated kid, though, and his secrets might push these brothers in a bad direction. What decisions would you make? Read the season of Styx Malone by Kekla Magoon to find out.
In the 1800s, the small country of Lithuania was controlled by the Russian Empire, and they hated it. One day, the Russian Empire decided, let's crush the whole idea of what it is to be Lithuanian. Well, how do you crush a people? You destroy its culture. And how do you destroy a culture? You destroy their books. So every Lithuanian language book became banned. The language itself became illegal. Audra Zakaris knows her parents are keeping secrets, What is it that brings Russian soldiers to their front door to arrest her parents, to set her home on fire, and to send her running for her life into the woods? With all Lithuanian language books banned, book smugglers began to leave the country, get books printed in their own language, and return to Lithuania with them. It wasn't an easy task. Audra has to find her way through the dense and unmarked Lithuanian forests, where danger lurks at every turn. Who is Audra to trust? How does she know that this strange boy she meets in the woods is really on her side? Or could he be a Russian spy? In her journey to save her parents, Audra discovers something she does not expect. It is the power of the book. They start the seed of an idea, and that idea grows and becomes knowledge, and the knowledge becomes power, and power becomes the way by which any of us can change our world. If you love adventure, if you love danger, and if you want to learn more about a character who will risk everything she has, everything she loves to save her country, then I think Words on Fire just might be the right next book for you.